I'm so glad Baby Steps is not coming to an end this anime season. I couldn't deal with another series ending that I really enjoy. I'm so glad this is going to be, 24 or 25 episode series, because it's a series I definitely enjoy so much, especially after last week's episode, that phenomenal episode of Baby Steps that it stunned all of us. I think that episode last week stunned majority of us, and we did not expect a conclusion like that, unless you're a manga reader. But if you're an anime only, I don't think any of us expected that type of conclusion in last week's episode. So, this episode, kind of a winding down episode. That's what this episode really tries to focus on. It's like an episode that goes to wind down the events that we've had to deal with for the past couple episodes. For instance, Achan, even though he was training in this episode like he always does, it was kind of an episode to give us all a breather. Just take a break, slow down the pacing, and just breathe. Because we've had a lot of high action-packed episodes that have been absolutely crazy through different events we have witnessed through these different, tennis matches. And to see how this episode was done, it felt like a very good, refreshing episode just to sit down and relax. Like, definitely, when I look forward to anime episodes on a Sunday, I definitely start with Baby Steps first because it's so damn good. I just have to have my daily dose of Baby Steps first before any anime, and that's what I did this morning, like when I, got up and watched Baby Steps. Such a fun series just to start a day with, because Baby Steps is so relaxing. Like, it's a really relaxing series. It makes you think when you get into those high-action games, especially with, last week's episode, but it's a very relaxing series. That's exactly what Baby Steps is, and exactly with this episode, we get to see some more relaxing moments, and getting to see how Achan has all this determination to have one last attempt at, All Japan Junior, whatever, All Junior Japan. I forget the exact name wording, but he has one last attempt to go at it and try to go for the win. If he fails and fucks up, he's gone. He's done. And I made my thoughts and theories about that before, so I'm not going to really dive into that because I've talked about it before. So, moving on to other points. Thing is, with this episode, there's something that was brought up in this episode that felt very similar to how Baby Steps started. For instance, in Season 1 of Baby Steps with Achan as a character, we're kind of given more characterization of this new girl that was introduced in this season. I think her name is Aki or Shimizu, that's her name. The girl with red hair that was introduced in the season, she's in a very similar situation as Achan. As we know, Achan, when he began as a character, like, in Season 1 of Baby Steps, he used to study all the time. He used to be a great studier, like, he studied for everything. He was great at tests. He was, like, the top of his class. He was kicking ass and everything, and, everybody looked at him as the brain kid. Like, everybody got notes from Achan because he was so crazy when it came to studying. But at that time, in the earlier parts of Baby Steps, we know he was really good at it, and he's done it his entire life. Like, it was second nature to him. He always did that his entire life, but he didn't have fun. And he didn't realize he wasn't having fun until he started playing tennis. When he got into tennis, he started having fun, and he didn't have fun at studying. And this is kind of a very similar situation as Shimizu. Like, she needs to rekindle her love for tennis, or she's eventually not going to have any, warrant to actually continue playing tennis. Like, she might not want to play tennis anymore if she continues going down the path she's going, because she, right at the moment, is asking Achan if he's having fun, and judging by the way her reaction was, the way she was acting, it doesn't seem like she really is having fun at all. Like, she doesn't even know she has any fun, because her entire life, she's just been doing tennis. It's like second nature to her, like, how Achan used to do studying. So I see the correlations between these two moments that these two characters have experienced in their life, and I wonder if Shimizu is going to go down a similar path as Achan, versus is she going to switch her career from being a tennis player to something else to have fun in, because the way it's going, that's a very good possibility, but this is also setting up for the inevitable Natsu winning the tournament on the girls' side, because if Shimizu is no longer having fun, and she's kind of out of the loop and she doesn't give a shit anymore, and she wants to find something that gives her motivation, she might lose to Natsu. Natsu might win this, not Chan. She might destroy her because of no motivation, no fun. You get my point I'm getting at. So that's kind of what this episode really tries to focus on those two correlations between Achan and Shimizu. Now, regardless of that, I feel like the episode, very slow-paced, but very solid. It had some good animation here and there, even though it's Baby Steps, it doesn't have the best animation of all time, but the music was really kick-ass, so I gotta give it points there. So tell me your thoughts. How do y'all feel about this episode, or this week's episode of Baby Steps. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.